You. Do you know what? Yeah.
Sorry. Oh,
Nah, it's all good.
So much was happening.
Listen, family.
Family.
Actually,
say.
yeah. The family's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
The family is back. We are missing one crucial family member.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not with us today. But
on the way on a little holiday.
Hey, friend.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, you
Hope you're having a
needed
good
that,
time.
innit? Shout outs to our brother Fols.
Yeah, you take all the
Forever.
time you need, sweetheart. I've got
You
this.
know, like, relax yourselves.
Relax
you
your
know,
nerves.
spread the locks.
Yeah, man. Get the growth.
Yeah, get the growth, man. Let the sunshine hit that as the sun has now left us.
Yeah,
Summer is officially over.
it is. Like, it's
Summer done.
getting dark outside already.
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Well, obviously, like, after the bank holiday, it's usually an indication that, like, you know, it's done now. Summer's over.
Everybody stay in your house.
Well, get your little closing parties out of the way.
Yeah.
Not little closing parties. Drag the promoters there.
Nah, do you know what it is? Yeah, if it weren't Carnival, everyone would have done their closing parties on
Bank holiday.
bank holiday. But
yeah, but
can't compete with Carnival.
Yeah, well-
so
We'll hail the king.
yeah, man.
King of Summer.
I say that to say this. How is everyone?
We're good. We're
All
all right. I'm blessed. I can't speak for everybody. I'm blessed. I'm good.
Yeah,
Chrissy?
I've been on my knees and not in the way I hoped.
Yeah, wow. Chrissy's been in the gulag, but we'll get to that in a second. Obviously. Do you know what it is? Yeah, like when we come back from Carnival, yeah, everyone's usually refreshed. Like we usually come in earlier in the day, but this time it hasn't happened.
Do you know what it is? We've never done Carnival like this.
This is true.
We're coming off a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah. So
And
like, what were you saying, like, in regards to like the rollout for this year's Carnival? Because like it's been away for so long. Like I don't feel like the buzz was the usual buzz.
do you know what? I feel like my view is always a bit different because I'm in the heart of growth.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
energy's in the air. I think maybe on a mass level, it may not have been there. But I feel like for me, it's always the week up to Carnival
Right.
where you start see shit happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree.
Like you start seeing like the people board up the things.
Yeah.
You start seeing the
Yeah.
fences on the
Yeah,
corners.
yeah.
Do you get me? The neighbors are just blazing from the fucking big subs. Do you see what I'm saying?
Testing it out.
Yeah.
Testing out the material.
So it's there, innit? Do you get me? You got the still pan being played here because they're doing a little practice. Like
Yeah.
it's in the area.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah. So it's bubbling.
Yeah, so you feel it, and that's always the indicator. It's like you know, like the Christmas holidays kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like here.
Yeah.
Holidays are
You
coming.
feel, yeah, you're like,
Like the big Coca-Cola 18-wheeler coming
yeah,
through Grove.
yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And the neon Father Christmas, you're just waiting for that
Yeah.
to kind of take place, innit? So that was, as soon as I saw the first board go up, I was like, all right, it's real. Because I wasn't really trying to take Carnival for a real thing. Because man's obviously traumatized from the past 2 years of
Yeah,
no
that's
Carnival.
why I feel like a lot of people, there wasn't that massive buzz because
Yeah.
people were like, ooh.
Because it's been stolen from man
Yeah.
on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
What, Chrissy? What's going on there?
Now you're correct in everything that you're saying, and obviously, like, when I speak of the rollout, we'll tie into like some of the conversations that I want to have in regards to that a little bit later. But I think we should do the intro, guys.
Yeah.
Hashtag off the cuff code.
Nah, there's a reason.
Wow.
Hashtag, no,
Wow.
do not
Oh my
do that.
God. Oh
Do
my
not
God.
do that.
One job.
Because Fols has been messing it up as well.
Oh my God.
Sorry, hashtag
No,
off the cuff pod.
Oh my
He can't even
God.
defend
It's all
himself,
falling
bruv.
apart, guys.
He's not even here.
Well, someone's got to do it, innit? So
Do you know
I'm going to
what?
do
We
it.
give black men grace. Why don't we just take a deep breath?
Should we re-up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because everyone was making noise, innit? Like, let me do it again.
Oh,
No,
so
distracted
you're shy guy.
myself. Distracted
Oh.
myself.
Hashtag off the cuff pod.
Come on.
That was
thanks.
synchronized. See that there?
Oh, look at that.
You got our lines,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the
we're doing our
easiest
bit.
part of the job, innit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you're saying on a normal day. You're not pulling your weight.
Ah.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
The come on is actually quite iconic.
I mean,
I have, you know.
Is it Uchi Wally, one mic? Like, come
Which
on.
one is it, man?
You're doing a lot. You're not doing very much.
Don't try. Don't try to use those bars. Anyway, I'm here.
Yeah.
Mr. Vans in a cut. Got my lovely friends in the building.
Here you are. There you are.
Ladies first.
I'm not going to lie, Fols does it better.
Chrissy Haich.
Hi. Hello.
Chrissy Haich is back from the slumber.
Yes.
Come
I'm
on.
back.
Looking better than ever.
Thank
Looking
you.
better than ever,
Little
yeah.
Sparkle on her teeth and that. Come on, tell him.
Houdini H is here.
In the building.
He's in the building. He's also like coming up from a semi-slumber.
Semi slumber. I need to be slumbering right now, but the people deserve it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because like it was one of them ones where H was like,
no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to run out. I was like, oh, yeah, you still do it. You still
you man podding today.
I was like, I can't just solely tell the people of my carnival experience because obviously Chrissy weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
So we needed two perspectives. One from Mr. Carnival himself because you started earlier than everyone else.
I started at the brink of carnival.
Yeah. So like I was up early.
Oh, okay.
I got on the gram. It was like what?
Jobless.
6:30.
Yeah, I was.
H was outside.
I was already outside.
Yeah.
Instead of pressing phone.
What?
That's a productive man right there. I love that H.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Active. To get me.
Okay, cool. Tell us how you feel, Chrissy. I know that this segment is going to be a little bittersweet because you couldn't make it because you were in a gulag. Just to let the people know, it weren't the Roans.
No, I tested many times.
Okay.
But whatever this sickness was, like people in my dad's village were working overtime because it just came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Like
people in your dad's village are just minding their business.
Nah, they were working
like,
overtime. I was even on annual leave from last week. Let's call it Wednesday, all the way up until last week Friday because I missed a day somehow. But from when we went to studio on Tuesday, went to cinema on Wednesday, it was just like a decline from then.
You feel everything. Your immune system's a bit shaky, innit?
Wow. Let's calm down.
All right. It's hella solid.
All right.
What's going on here today, guys?
I'm charged
because so am I.
Do you know what?
I've slept.
Me.
You have?
Yeah.
I've reset.
But the thing is that like we complimented you at the start.
Yeah.
The blonde bombshell looking better than ever.
Come on now.
You got a nice little...
Look, she got
bedazzle in her teeth.
Oh my God, is it a mask?
Come on now.
You got a little mini grill, like a little cap.
Chrissy 6.0. You get me?
A Paul Wild, baby.
Stop it.
Nah, it would have slapped though if you came carnival with that.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't really have much intention of going. If I was going to go, I was just going to go on the Sunday.
Still counts.
No, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I have
building
to go.
up to kind of
yeah.
go.
I was like, I'm going to maybe go. I did have a bit of FOMO on Monday because I've seen people out in their costumes.
Monday like that? Is it just me or no?
I didn't catch that one.
Monday.
I didn't catch it.
Because from up north.
Anyway, potentially going to go on Sunday, but I had FOMO on Monday because that's when like I just...
You're seeing everything on the socials and everything like that.
Like the women's is shit. God damn. Like shout out black women. That's it.
That's it. That's the tweet.
Black women, because wow. And like shout out to men as well.
We were there.
Yeah.
We were there, and like listen, I do not disapprove of what you're saying. The message is quite clear. And the man them were spoiled. I can't lie, because every guy that I've spoken to said that they fell in love over the weekend at least 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times.
That is a lot of times to fall in love, man. In like a weekend.
That's good though. Love's in the air, man.
Yeah.
That's what needed to be in the air as well.
How long does it take for you to fall in love?
Me? I'm still working on it.
What about you? What about you?
2 years.
Well, why is it so direct?
How about that?
He had that one ready.
Yeah,
he had that one ready. I'm doing what I'm doing, innit?
So, what's your love timer?
Huh?
What's your love timer?
Is there a timer for you?
No, but I'm not gonna just be like head ass. Like 2 weeks ago, I met you and like, oh my God, I love you.
Yeah, but what if like, do you know what I mean? They're that person in everything that you ever looked for.
In 2 weeks.
It's like a perfect glove.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, innit?
Yeah, I don't doubt that. But personally, I haven't experienced that one, and people are very scary. So, like,
no, that's fair.
No, 2 weeks. If a man's doing up love and like, I love you, move in with me, let's get married in 2 weeks. Like, you don't have papers, do you?
Oh shit.
Because that's the only logical explanation.
Fucking hell. What if he thinks you're amazing?
I hear that.
That's self-worth, man. Come on, now.
No, because it makes me just feel like you are. What's the word I'm looking for? a fuck.
Beatboxer.
Nope.
No.
Like you're impulsive. There we go. Like you're very a very
What's wrong
impulsive
with
person.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but if we're talking of love and marriage, I'm so sorry. That's not a decision I
We're
can
on
make in 2
jokes
weeks.
because it's like impulsive is great when it suits them, innit?
Yeah. Don't be impulsive on your terms. Be impulsive on mine.
Like they want,
Yeah.
bruv, like they're like, oh yeah, I love a man that's spontaneous.
See, no,
But
but spontaneity and being impulsive, I don't think they're the same.
Spontaneity derives
Yeah,
from
I'm not
impulsiveness.
saying that they're the same. I'm just using that as another example of what women tend to say. They like a spontaneous don.
Look at you.
But then
in women's business.
like when the don's trying to be spontaneous,
that
why do
nice?
you tell me?
No, but I'm sorry. No. Because guys want to do spontaneous stuff like get home in the evening and be like, oh, we're going out for dinner. What?
What?
Like right now.
Is that a bad thing?
You're
I
not
don't
going to give...
understand.
Okay,
I wanna
maybe that
feed you.
wasn't the
How
best.
dare you?
No, but if you're telling me
What?
that we're going out and you're giving me half an hour's notice, like...
What? Surprise. Hey babe, I wanted to surprise you. You work hard. I thought that it would be nice if like I thought, yeah, you deserve a good meal and we can
It's so
go
funny
out.
because like on the timeline there was a mad timekeeping debate, and I was like, I'm sitting out of this one.
Well, no, do you know what? A serious point on that actually, with the whole like lateness debate thing, people who have ADHD suffer from something called time blindness, where 5 minutes does not feel like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've struggled. And before I knew that I had it, I was just like, why can I not be on time? I can wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, I can wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was like, no, I can wake up and I need to leave my house for like 2 o'clock and I will still end up rushing out the door, and I will try my absolute hardest I'll plan out everything I'm going to do, but then somehow I've spent like half an hour in the shower. Like it just felt like 2 songs. What's going on here?
And then next thing you know,
And then you're just late. But I do try.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Didn't know I had ADHD.
Don't do that. Don't appropriate the struggle.
Thanks for
No, you just-
diagnosing me.
I was talking
I was
about
wondering what was
I was
going
talking
on.
about myself. You,
What was thought?
What
What's going on with me?
I'm not even going to drag you.
Always thought.
I'm not even going to.
Oh man.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it's been a fantastic weekend for me personally. Obviously, like this is something that's been highly anticipated, as we spoke of when those leaflets came through the door.
Yeah.
Obviously, being from the borough, I was like, all right, cool. Carnival is actually here.
Feels
now.
real, innit?
Yeah, it feels real.
So basically, what like people that are in within a certain catchment area to get a leaflet saying order.
So I think the borough of obviously Westminster, and Kensington and Chelsea, they'll get a leaflet come through their door because obviously it's within the borough.
So it'll give you like the carnival map route. It'll give you like how to, if you want to set up stalls and stuff like that, so you can get the license to sell. So that's what it is. So I realized a lot of people probably won't realize. I saw Chrissy's face. She's like, "What, leaflet?"
No, because I saw something about you might have tweeted it actually, something about these leaflets, and I was like, what is it? A save the date? Like, hey guys, we're gonna have a little party on this day, just so you know. And I always wondered what they put on the leaflet.
Yeah, no,
so
they just do it to inform the residents and let everybody know what's going on. Because imagine like imagine you just moved to the area and you didn't know, and the next thing you know, there's a million people in the street.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck
Quite
is this?
scary.
You know what I'm saying? So it is good. It's very informative.
Yeah, trying to figure out like why everything is being boarded up.
Yeah.
I've seen a few carnivals
Start
ago.
buying toilet paper and panic. Like.
Yeah.
I saw,
What, another pandemic?
a few carnivals ago, I saw someone's car parked on the road, but they must have not got this leaflet, or they were new to the area, and it was convertible as well. Fucked. Covered in paint. Like, it didn't look dented or damaged or anything, but it was a soft top as well.
Yeah, that's a rookie
Big
mistake.
mess up.
Rookie mistake.
Big mess up.
Hey man, they give you a warning, and if you ignore it, then
Did you get towed?
No, your car will stay there.
nah, I think it
Certain
should
roads,
get towed.
yeah, certain roads.
Certain roads it will get towed because it needs to move out the way.
Yeah.
Especially on the main
Move
roads
out
like
the
the
way.
Westbourne Park Road and,
Yeah.
and like the main Labatt Grove and stuff. But generally speaking, like on a bank holiday in August, the weekend is usually like a great vibe anyways in London. I think SW4, I don't think that still goes on, does it?
I'm not sure.
Because usually
I'm not
like
sure.
a lot of people are there and then obviously Carnival does its thing. On Saturday, we were at a friend's barbecue, which was a vibe. I think I spoke to you that day as well.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah. And you know when like you make the calls and that, and everyone's trying to make sure that the drip is correct.
Yeah, you can't play around.
And it's mad because like I saw one post from one of my boys saying that like, oh, who said that you can't wear fresh kicks to the carnival? And I'm like,
here's the thing. Yeah, I'll speak on this. Yeah, like it's a tradition from very young that you want to get fresh kicks for carnival, innit? Because that was fresh kicks was the end all and be all of your outfit, especially when you're young. Do you know what I mean? It's like I want to get fresh kicks. You might be in the same garments you had and everything, but the fresh kicks was the thing. But you know they're gonna get like brutalized in this whole carnival. However, it's the first half an hour in the pictures that you get that matter.
Okay.
So I always tell people, see a Sunday fit, yeah? If you go on both days, the Sunday fit is more important than a Monday fit.
Okay.
Because on the Sunday, there's space, there's time.
Okay.
We're here. On Monday, it's just like practicality. We're here to do a job. Okay. Sunday, we're here to, you get me? And there's kids around, and you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's good. It's vibes. It's easy. So yeah, man, you can sacrifice your crips if you feel like it, but only on a Sunday. On a Monday, whatever you do, you've done it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And like we've had great weather, so everyone was like trying to debate how it would pan out over the weekend. Like, are we gonna get crazy heat? But then obviously like a week prior, you kind of know where it's gonna go. And then 23, 22, calm. You can wear a t-shirt, but like you might want to carry a jumper because later it might get a little bit chilly.
Or just grab a babe.
You can grab a babe. Obviously with consent.
I mean, obviously that. It was like, I didn't even need to say it.
Hey, man.
There's something, to be fair, in this day
there is still, unfortunately, a discussion to be had because, like, there's a lot of women that are having terrible experiences at the hands of horny dons.
Do you know, I wish Chrissy went carnival. That sounds nuts. It was right after.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
you don't want me dead.
Wait,
you
what?
want me dead. Wow.
Wait, you gotta give him a chance to explain himself.
Let me land, as they say.
Yeah, let him land.
Because I don't say that. but ultimately, it's like I was gonna say, just so we can get your perspective as a woman. Do you know what I mean? Because it's extremely different.
Yeah.
The experience.
Part of my hesitation to go this year is that I wasn't gonna go with a float. So usually I go with my friend's band. We have t-shirts, and it's everything just seems a lot more orderly.
A controlled environment.
Yeah, there's the van there if you want to take a seat for a while. You've got drinks, you've got food. You can stop off somewhere, go to the loo, and you don't have to worry about people pressing up on you like that. And it kind of eliminates a lot of that. And because I wasn't, she just had a baby. Yay.
Congratulations.
So
Congrats.
because I wasn't doing that, I was like, ooh.
The safety aspect kind of felt like
I didn't really want to just go there and just be there, because it's just a lot harder, just like you were saying, as a woman, if you lose your friends, which can really easily happen, or you get hurt, like anything could happen. And I wouldn't particularly want to go with a large crowd, so it would just be me and probably like 2 or 3 other friends, if that. So yeah, that the not going with the band definitely, or the safety aspect, should I say, played a really big part in it for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like when you see these things as well, like I saw a clip of these 2 women fighting, and then one of them like top like kind of fell down, so her breast was out bare, and the Donny was kind of like acting as if he was there to step in and move her away, but instead he was
doing creep life.
He was doing creep life and, you know, fondling the breasts, and I'm like, why, bro? Like I don't even know what
would inspire you to do that.
Like enters the mind to want to do that.
Sometimes people don't think, or even worse, sometimes people do think, and what they think they're doing is a good idea. Like,
cameras are catching all of you. There was a clip that I saw of a young lady doing a little like toot toot, and
wait, hold on. No, we don't understand that.
She's doing a little like
we're still not getting
Pablo.
it.
This is NottingHillCarnival, B.
Stop it.
What's going on? Like the little shoulder move.
I'm like, she's doing that
because she got with her nail, and she's like, she's doing cocaina, and someone caught, like they were videoing and they caught it on camera, and things like that. Or no, it's not the same as like sexual harassment.
Yeah.
But I think we're in a day and age now where people are so comfortable to just pull out their phones and film people. And on one hand, it means that when people, you know, carry out these heinous acts, like the guy fondling the woman's breast, you can find these people and bring them to justice, hopefully. But then on the other hand, someone made a very valid point, like this girl, she's just enjoying her life, great, she's doing what she wants to do. What happens if her employer sees this now, or her parents see it, or
is that off? You did it.
People.
The fuck? Huh? You did it.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is that like
you did it in a public place, bro. Like
you did, but like I think the whole point is that like, why are you pulling out your phone to film someone else doing something that's not your business? That's not even affecting you. The thing is that I know that within our community there's some sort of taboo with Class A drugs and black people taking them, but it definitely happens. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of Powis Terrace, where, as you know, we were there. It's a vibe, innit? Like, bro, why are you filming another babe? Like, doing that. Just vibe.
Man just incriminated us straight away. I was like, bro, where you going? I was like, we?
Yeah, we were there, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? That's a spot where you would see a lot of the man them.
Yeah, real talk.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bait spot. So I was just like, listen, man, at the end of the day, everyone's doing their own thing.
Do you know what I found very interesting, and something even like what you're saying kind of just strikes me, is thinking about how something like Carnival is being adapted to with today's social media and how people are operating, because like a lot of the younger generation that are only allowed to go out to Carnival now, this will be their first kind of time doing so. Do you know what I mean? So, but they've grown up with like TikTok and these, so all these social media outlets and the use of stuff and use of phones is way more normalized than it was prior. So that element of privacy changes things, and it also changes probably how people behave, well, to a degree. Because I'm thinking about how do we, it's not even a job of anyone, but just observing it, like we're talking about consent and so on and so forth, but Carnival also has the same idea of people going there with the idea that we're gonna go and we're gonna dance with people and do you know what I mean? So how do you approach people and be like, do I have to go, hey, is it okay if I dance with you? Yes, it is. Then you do that, because that's not realistic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I hear you.
There's a culture that comes with it, and there's mannerisms that, like, so for example, someone might want to dance with you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to grab her by the arm and drag her. That's obviously a madness. Do you get me?
I mean,
but then, Chrissy, what? Please, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll here. Focus. She's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Assertive nature. Like, but then at the same time, like maybe a light hand on the waist and eye contact might change that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's little things that
I think it's also a thing.
So
yeah, there's a certain type of etiquette that it's gauged by energy, to be honest. Like, and it's something that a lot of young men can't yet comprehend. But
go on. I'll come
I
back
don't know, like, because obviously, no one ever taught me how to approach a babes, especially in a carnival setting. I've just been going from a kid, and I've always done that, like, appreciates reciprocation. So like it's a thing about reading the room or whatever, or reading the situation. Like, if there's that vibe between you and the person, then you go forth and do your thing. If there's not, and she clearly, like, she's rejecting it but still dancing, but this is the confusing thing that I think sometimes people misconstrue, because like you got to think about, like, especially the women that are following the floats, they are there for the vibe strictly, so they're not going to stop dancing. Even when I've seen a lot of women reject dons that are trying to move in genuinely for the dance, they'll calmly reject whilst dancing, but they'll kind of do like a little spin, that little style that they do.
Let's say the rejection with a 12.
So in those cases, just keep it moving, bro. Like, like, that's not the only woman in the world. You get me? Like,
clearly millions around.
And you just have to accept the fact that you're not gonna be received positively all the time. all the time. And like, you know, sometimes with how men move has robbed away the innocence of women just wanting to dance. This is the reason why they dance on their own or with their girls, or do you know what I'm saying? Because of like the unwanted energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, on that, that's my take. I think, you know, we've highlighted like a lot of the negatives, but it's back, man.
It's back.
I had a great time across the 2 days. I did prefer this occasion on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think I caught more of a vibe that way. And you know, you've got more of paint and powder and all of them things on the Sunday.
Yeah, because you got the Juve energy.
You got the Juve energy,
which is the pre-carnival kind of the precursor to actual carnival. Yeah, where people will do like a mini carnival, so to speak, and there'll be a lot of paint and flower.
So that's where like
Haich
was up at 6:30
straight away.
You know,
and so by the time the carnival starts, you've already got people that are already in a good vibe, as opposed to, you know, like in a rave when everyone's standing on the wall. Do you know what I mean? In carnival, imagine people were already raving, and then you come in.
Yeah.
So it's like it eliminates the
vibe's been set already.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been set.
There's so many different types of carnival goers. H, you being Mr. Carnival, what is your way?
Oh my god, that smile. That's scary.
This is someone that lives for this, by the way. Look.
Right?
So frame the question again, just so I can answer it like appropriately, because that's very broad for me.
So there's different types of carnival goers.
Yeah.
You being Mr. Carnival, which one are you?
Do you know what? And it's not a cop out, but I'm a little bit of everything.
Right.
I'm a little bit of everything because I haven't been limited to one way of going to carnival, because I've experienced kind of at this point in my life.
Yeah.
I've experienced every aspect of it. I've experienced carnival as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Very young, like literally going as like, first time I went to carnival, I was like 2 months old. You see what I'm saying? My birthday's a month before, right after my mum, she's giving birth. Carnival, she's living in the area. She's like, all right, cool, I want to see this. Put earplugs in my ears. Yeah. Walked through. Do you know what I mean? And experienced that. It's like a little picture that's really like nice that I love from that. And I'm like, for me, that's my first experience. I don't remember it, but I've always gone ever since then. Do you know what I mean? So I remember being a kid and even not liking it, because I'm like, everyone's bigger than me and I'm the size of everyone's knees. Do you get me? So it becomes a bit intimidating, but I do like what's going on. But then I also know that there's a big crowd might come and I'm just gripping onto my mum. You see what I'm saying? So I've experienced that. So then when I look at some people that can't get through the crowds, I'm looking at that aspect. That's not me now. Do you know what I'm saying? Push through, rude boy thing. But it's fine because I understand how it goes. I've done the whole, I can't get through, now I can get anywhere I want. If I look at the people that go to, I'm here to dance strictly, bro. My waistline, water. You see what I'm saying? I can do that. I love that.
Speak on it, King.
No, I got to talk. Chrissy.
Go black man.
Chrissy. If you was there,
if he's calling himself Mr. Carnival, he needs to speak like this.
I agree.
It all comes with the territory, innit? So ultimately, I love the aspect of dancing. But once again, that's something that you kind of grow into, because we're talking about the young people that maybe don't know how to approach or XYZ, but I'm here as a, like, this trial and error, innit? It wasn't always correct. Like, that's the reality of it. Sometimes, like, when you're very young, you're thinking, all right, cool, I'm just gonna try. And then sometimes you get the reciprocation, which is banging. Yeah. Then you get the girl that just stops moving while you're dancing, and you're like, I don't think she wants to dance with me anymore. I don't think it's for my, you know what I mean? I'm like, she's stationary. The music's clearly still loud. Like, she not hear the bass? Like, you know.
Bro, that's the most disrespectful rejection, where she just stops.
Do you get me? I'm like,
she just literally stops.
Sometimes in your heart, you're like, at least turn around. Look
wow.
At me. Like, you get me?
Like you didn't even look back to see if I was worthy.
Do you know what I mean? But that happens as well, innit? So it goes many ways for people, because sometimes people become like very reluctant to kind of want to approach because they're scared of rejection. But as you grow and you get old, not even get older, you just experience more carnival, you understand it, you might get someone might not want to dance in that moment, they might not want to dance with you, whatever it is, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, cool, I'll just turn to my right, there's also someone else here.
Have some decorum though, little nigga. Like, do you know what I mean? Have some decorum as well, innit?
It is what it is, innit? So I've done the whole I'm here to dance, and I've also gone there and I think to myself, I'm going to move to as many girls as possible. I remember that aspect of it. Do you get me?
Like Young Money, yeah?
Yeah, brother, it's
Every
like,
girl
you
in
know
the
what I'm
world.
saying? Drake's in my ear, Lil Wayne's in my ear. I'm thinking to myself, look, I'm going to do this. When is there going to be this many women? I remember I'm from Grove. I'm like, there's going to be this many women in my area. Do you get me?
Yeah.
You're going there with, I'm going to, how many numbers can you get? That was actually a thing.
Oh, bro, because
Do you get
like
me?
you find so many Pokemon shinies there, bro.
Bro, it's
You're like,
mental.
where have you been living?
And
Where
you-
do you
Then you find a
where do
girl,
you reside?
And when you're just from the ends and you're looking and you're thinking, and the girl's like, I'm from Bristol. In your mind, Bristol's exotic because you don't know better.
International
You're thinking,
babes
"Right,
and
wait,
that."
She's from Bristol. She's from
Man
Bristol.
said international babes and that.
Do you get me? So
Yeah.
it just becomes a different kind of experience, innit? So I've been the kid that's going around trying to move to as many girls as possible. Whereas now, like, I look at this thirsty guy. I won't do that now, but do you know what I'm saying? There's so many facets of Carnival that you can go on. I've also been there and gone through on smoke. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been the youths that are here for not the best reasons.
Yeah,
you see what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And I understand that because you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to see X, Y, Z. And there's a particular mentality and element that comes with that, which is kind of like the bravado thing, the people wanting to see, you want to show people kind of what you're on. Do you see what I'm saying?
We all went through a phase
Like,
where we used to move with like 30 man.
do you see what I'm saying? And you're doing it, and you're doing it for reasons that you're aware of and you're not aware of. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes you're doing it for safety. Sometimes you're doing it because it's literally just, we're going to go in full force. Sometimes you want to rep whatever you're representing at the
Yeah,
time. Do you see
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, for whatever. Sometimes you're just with your brethren and it's just that many. It
You
could be-
weren't happy that the fact that like South London was making more noise than West London.
You're
in West
thinking,
London.
hold on a minute. Like, this can't, hey, you man.
Where's all my South
Go
London?
rampage now. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many facets to Carnival. So, for me as a Carnival goer, I wouldn't say there's one aspect of it. So I really respect. I was saying this to Vans on the day. I've said it to a couple of people. I really respect Carnival as a whole, and I appreciate just everything about it because
Yeah.
I'm like, all of these elements make it Carnival. Like, I don't look down on people that are doing certain things. I think there's things that shouldn't be taking place. Definitely, like, do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't think there should be any violence or any shit like that. Do you get me? It does happen though, nonetheless, in it. And given the environment it will take place. And that's not necessarily, I'm not aiming at young people. I'm saying that could be older people that have drank too much. This is the environment we're in.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And it can only be good to a certain degree. So I wish that could be tamed better. But like I said, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And just going off of what you were saying, obviously, because, and it's great that you're in this conversation, being from Grove and being seasoned in going to Carnival, not being online, like you miss out on all the bullshit. I don't think I shouldn't even phrase it as missing out because it's actually stupid.
Yeah.
But like there's that whole diaspora war of what should and shouldn't be played at Carnival. Obviously, like I'm not in a position to sort of like say much, but just from an opinion on how Carnival has been since I was a kid going, I know what it's for and I know what it's celebrating.
Yeah.
Which is, West Indian culture. So obviously people are fighting online on whether like Afrobeat should be played at Carnival, and I was like,
It's a
this is
sickness at
just
this point.
it's a pointless
you
a pointless argument because
you know
like it's Carnival, obviously, the basis and the roots and the blood through and through of what Carnival represents and the music that should be played right on the main circuit as far as the floats are concerned. But Carnival to me has always played multi-genres.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It just
It
may not be on the main circuit.
Yeah, it's always been as long as I've attended, it's always been that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like I'd never really got the argument.
I think it's not, sorry bro, go on.
As long as like, obviously it's probably not going to affect me as much because I'm not from the Caribbean, but I definitely understand where a lot of the conversation was coming from, but it just turned into like a bit of debate where people were just saying like shady remarks to each other, and I was just like, this is just done
Do
against.
Do you know what it is? That it's the African Caribbean thing that's been going on for like generations over here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just resurfacing in a different way.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So there's always going to be remnants of it, or whether it's still a thing like that. I don't think it is as much as it was once upon a time.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think I understand it, and not just for that reason. It's like, if I was, because I'm not from the Caribbean, but I love Carnival as much or more so than bare people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I love it from a local aspect.
Yeah.
That's how it's tied into me, innit? Do you get me? So you might be from the Caribbean and talk about how much you love Carnival, but I'm like, bro, I've gone to every single Carnival since I was born.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I've been a part of it every single time. But these couple years, then they weren't happening. Do you know what I mean? So my tie to it isn't the exact reason why it started, but I still respect and understand the reason nonetheless. Do you see what I'm saying?
Should. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I think some of the frustration that may come from people that are making remarks like things that shouldn't be played, and whether they're being I don't know if they're being playful or not, but if they are being very serious about it, I can understand the pride in something that is yours, because that's ultimately what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's theirs.
Yeah.
This is a Caribbean festival, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? This is your celebration of who you are as a people. Yeah. Do you get me? So if you're like, we want this, I get it. And it's sometimes when we're so proud of something, we don't even want to accept other things at a time. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because we only want the light on this. Yeah. Do you get me? But we notice we do it as black people when we're like, all right, cool, I want to talk about this. And they're like, oh, there was a white actor in this thing. We're like, no. Let's talk about black people. And it's just kind of like a subversion of that. It's like we want to talk about,
we are very much focused what's going on.
We want to talk about that, which is fair, and I feel that. Do you get me? Ain't gonna stop me from doing whatever I want at Carnival, but I get it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
And a huge part of that is because you respect and understand.
Yeah, I respect and understand. And that's
do you know what? Like what really stood out to me was the fact that people didn't really go Carnival like that. This is why they're having like these takes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you are fighting for things that like
you're not going to experience.
Well, you may experience for the first time, or like you've been to like one prior to this, but like it wasn't something that was a part of your upbringing. Like us, man, we can say that is a part of our upbringing because we were around it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So this is the ugly side or silly conversations that we see. Like, you know, nowadays I'm more inclined to ignore it. It's just like,
there, so you'll see it.
All right, cool, man. I leave it alone because like 1 minute is like, you know, oh, don't bring certain flags to the carnival, and then what? I remember there was a chat of like, you know, a lot of African countries, we see a lot of African flags at the carnival, like, and then so now people are trying to adopt like different Caribbean countries just to, you know, I don't know, for whatever reason. I was Dominican this weekend, didn't it? Yeah,
I remember you said that stuff.
In honor of a particular family that I grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, just and we vibed.
I'm Grenadian still. I'm Grenadian on carnivals.
See it there. So obviously, like we have close connections to certain places and stuff like that. So obviously there was also that talk. But again, like it's something like that's just in this digital space, and I'm not saying that these discussions don't happen in real life, but just in a way that it is online, it's just silly. It's just dumb.
It's petty. As you're saying, I can imagine it, but then you know how I feel about all that shit. I'm like, everyone's just chatting, man. Like,
everyone is literally chatting.
You know what I'm saying? It's not really that much in real life.
Man, step out and touch the grass or the concrete at this point.
You're gonna hear Burna Boy, and you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Shayo. You're gonna be doing that. Do you get me? You're not gonna
be mad because like, at some point at Carnival, you're always gonna hear like the biggest song of the summer. Yeah, somewhere
without fail.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Power, like I was saying to Chrissy earlier,
still comes on the Carnival now,
bro. But like 04, 05, when it was still fresh, bro, like I think there was a time where they had to ban it because it was too nuts.
No word of a lie. No, there was a time when that song used to come on, I used to cover my ears. Yeah. I'd be like, this is for everyone around me, safety. Like I'm not doing this to you. Trust me, like, you don't want me to hear this song right now.
what verse were you at your most charged up?
So I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Crack your skull.
And Haich is just like somewhere going Super Saiyan.
Like, bro, you do not want me to embrace this song right now. I'm gonna cover my ear for the next however like 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Shout outs to everyone that went, all in all, man. And like as I've gotten older, the experiences is different as well.
Because your knees are popped down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man,
bro,
like,
right now,
it's not even a diss.
dude, this is not even a diss at this point. I can acknowledge my knees are clicking more than a poetry audience.
My hamstring actually popped and downed. Like, honestly, there's a point I was with Vans, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, we had to sit down.
I kept on saying to him, I was like, oh, my legs, but I'm saying it because I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, oh, you know, my legs is a bit tired. And everyone was like, yeah, my legs tired, but I'm in my head.
I'm not gonna make it.
I'm like, oh, my legs aren't tired.
The thing is that H like admitted, yeah, on Monday morning,
On Monday morning.
the day before he was in agony. He was like, yeah, when I was out with you, man, I downplayed it, but I was in agony.
I was in severe pain.
I'm in severe pain.
Because like we went into a road that was typically blocked. No, like where we went to sit down. Where we went to sit down, cool. It was a road that was blocked for the public. You had to have like a residence wristband to kind of cut through in it. That was in H's road, but the stern speech that he gave whoever he was chatting to let us through,
I don't even doubt that.
They believed it, and then they were like, yeah, we don't want these problems, and then we just went through. Nice little quiet road to take pics and sit down.
Because man hadn't sat the whole time. Like you're walking around. At this point, we're probably maybe about 4 hours in, innit? Because it's probably around about 4 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you get me?
You were 4 hours in.
Oh, you probably
because I bucked you like around 2.
So probably about 2 hours at that point, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm shattered, and remember, my hamstring is not like gonna magically fix itself in the space of time. Do you get me? It's gonna heal, but it's not gonna go to 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Your doctor probably would have told you you're a madman.
If my doctor hears this right now, I don't know. Can you get back to the doctors? Is that a thing?
Well, don't come in complaining. That's what you'll say. Don't come in complaining if you're going to go Carnival 2 days.
Don't cry, don't beg.
But yeah, so like, no, I needed that because
I did 28,000 steps yesterday.
I don't even know how many steps I did.
Can you not check on your Android?
Wow. It sounds like there's a little bit of shade in that.
No.
It sounds like.
No.
I'm gonna check on my Android. I'm gonna check.
Let us know. Thank you.
I will do.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the listeners that came up to me and said, "Off the cuff, wow, baby," in my ears.
That's cute.
That was lovely, man. Shout out to all you queens, man. Salute to all the cufflinks and that.
Beautiful shit.
Yeah, man. And shout outs to the ladies that were coming up to man, giving man compliments and just walking off. That's how you should do it.
Beautiful things. Chrissy, why are you angry about this, man?
I'm not angry.
I see your eye twitching.
No, because I was like,
the eye was just...
No, because my thing is, if I gave a man a compliment, like, you have to...
What, secure?
Give it back. What?
Can you not just tell someone that you like how they look and walk off?
Yeah, I mean, I could.
It's not everything's a transaction, you know?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay. I said what I said, so let's move on.
If a Donny that you don't like approaches you,
ew. Get back.
And he's trying to secure and you're like,
you have to hiss at the jump scares to make them run away.
Wow.
Right.
Sometimes you just have to let people know that they're beautiful and just keep moving.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I just start a couple of those.
Put a little smile on their face.
Yeah, it's nice when you compliment.
Because sometimes I'm like, I'm sure you probably know, but I'm gonna let you know, like, you look amazing.
See, I'm even smiling. Thank you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
See it there?
You gotta just do it because it's like I'm not even trying to grab anything right now or secure anything.
But the thing is
saying
that, like, I'm saying it to a woman, they're blushing and smiling and that. Well, what are you doing?
Me.
Just a little blush in it, like, you shouldn't have. Shucks.
I'm trying to be like you.
Random. I'm saying it to.
What is if a babe or when a babe comes up to you and it's like, "Oh, I like your hair, I like your do-rag." Like, what do you say?
Thank you.
Just thank you.
Yeah, man. Do you need the link to buy it?
This is really giving. When did you fall in love with R&B?
Love your do-rag.
No, but it's good vibes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I saw some women shoot some horrendous shots. I do understand, but I respected the fact that they shot. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like...
In your mind, was you like, is this what I attract?
No, they weren't even bad. It's just that it was like...
That's in a bad leg, like, leave me alone.
I'm like, I need to sit down. No, is this your first carnival? You can't come to me, is this my first carnival? I'm like, oh.
I'm moving like the Nando staff.
I'm like,
It's your first time in Nando's? You've been there before?
Are you by yourself? Where's your friends? I'm just like, oh.
Nah, do you know what? At certain points, I was moving on my own, and like sometimes I'd bump into people like, like, rah, like, well, you on your own, yeah. I said, no, I'm comfy, man. I'm calm.
Yeah, I'm good. Because you're not
good.
by yourself, innit?
Yeah,
Someone's
like,
probably over there.
I'm with the atmosphere.
Someone's, you get me?
Yeah.
And so I'm with the vibes, bro.
I'm with the vibes.
So let's say you're in a carnival setting. So hypothetical, of course. Why are you smiling like that?
No, because like we were literally there. You have to be hypothetical to say,
Yeah,
cool.
no, just 'cause before you lot say that I'm incriminating you and stuff.
Go
So
on.
let's say hypothetically,
Yeah.
you're in carnival.
Who you speak to?
What?
Huh? Alright, go on, carry on. It's fine.
Okay. You have a young lady that comes up to you and is like, I like your hair, I like your do-rag, and you say, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And then she's like, so what's the guy like you doing in a place like this? And let's say the energy is not reciprocated from your end. Like, what's the play?
No, if she said that line specifically.
I feel like I'd say it for Bants, and I'd secure the number.
But that line,
100%.
what's a guy like me doing in a place like this?
100% it will work.
I'm
Because
like,
you see me, one thing about me, delivery, A1.
the delivery's A1, but I'm not gonna lie. If you said that, I'd be like the same thing as everybody else.
Shut up.
I'm just
It's so
saying.
silly.
Chrissy drinking. Look at her. She's like, let me sip.
So what do you do? Like, if it's not, if they're
The thing is that it's not like it's not really like a dilemma. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're being pressured or nothing. Do you get me? I'm just like, I'm just here. I can still chat to you.
yeah.
Doesn't mean that anything more is gonna come of this. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, so I'm saying, what if a babe's actually trying to move to you? What's your go-to? Like, oh, I'm married, or
No,
like,
like, do you know what it is?
Avocados
Because
or-
I'm not. I don't feel pressured. I don't feel like
I'm married.
how am I gonna? Do you get me? I'll just carry on chatting.
That's the
And
last
then,
thing the man am I gonna say.
Unless you're very direct with me,
yeah.
then I don't have to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Give me your number.
Like,
Please.
no, the fuck. Fuck you think you're talking to, blood?
That's when the tone changes and you start referring to women as blood.
Yeah, like, I talk to my
Yeah,
brother.
very much H's bad.
You're right. Like,
What do you do? What's your go-to?
What if I'm not on it?
Yeah.
I'm flattered, thank you, but no thanks.
Okay.
that's direct and clean. Chrissy's like, I ain't shoot my shot at none of these niggas.
Never. I'd crumble.
Do you get me? Now, one woman, she was trying to shoot a shot, but it was just like, it was really, I could see her trying to think of like different approaches to kind of talk to man. First, she kind of did the stand near me. Then she kind of leaned on me. Then she kind of held my arm while she was on the phone. Oh, sorry. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I don't want a babe like that.
I'm like, bruv, like, just hurry
Know
up.
what you want.
Make the move. Do you
Yeah,
get
make
me?
the move.
I can see her regrouping with her brethren, kind of. I can see them there. They're looking
Like
at
a
her.
Oh, no
regroup.
conviction.
Do you get me? I
No,
was
go
like,
for it, babes.
I'm watching.
She don't
the whole
believe in
thing.
herself.
I was like, damn. And the thing is, me knowing that I'm gonna reject her as well.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
good.
I'm
Yeah,
like, you're
you're just-
building
you're-
yourself
I'm
up.
getting
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ick more and more.
Like you're making me come up with more like creative ways to reject it.
I saw a tweet recently that said that this babe was saying now she just tells men that she's depressed.
Oh, no, I'm
wow.
out. Still, I'm
Yeah, I'm
out.
gone.
I'm out.
I'm gone.
I'm out. That's
Do you know what?
I'm out. I don't want none.
Yeah, I hear it.
In Carnival as well.
What a tactic.
You bring that here? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
love that. Absolutely, I love that. That had me cracking up for longer than it should
No, but
have.
there's gonna be dons out there that will still challenge
I
that.
can heal you.
No, those are
Yeah, yeah, where
inexperienced. Those are
the
inexperienced
scars at?
Oh, it's the Hotep niggas. I'll give you some CMOS and burn stage
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. But
Yeah.
say,
Shout at them anyway.
yeah. One day we need to have a conversation about the bad vibes people that have sage.
You seem to know quite a lot about this topic.
Nah, but like, you know, when you see a lot of bad vibes people leading with sage,
But you know what it is?
I was like,
they're trying to claim
does your sage
themselves,
work?
bruv. It's like it's on them. They're like, this is the this
that's
is the
not
bad
sage,
vibes.
man. That's a zoot. That ain't sage.
It's just loud.
That's that loud, bruv. Because you can't hear yourself. So yeah, what were we saying? We done with the carnival chat.
Yeah.
I know. What was your highlights? Because I feel like we spoke about a lot of kind of like semi-serious aspects of Carnival, but
Yeah.
we didn't really touch on how beautiful and how amazing it was as a whole.
Following these, everyone doing mass.
Yeah.
Because there were friends of our own that were out there in costume, and they broke the internet for me.
10-10.
Yeah,
Even 15.
all of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think following the vibes when you're going past the float, yeah, I think that is one of the unmatched experiences of Carnival.
That's something I do actually want to highlight, and I think that is the epitome of Carnival. Like, remember, we've got all the sound systems on the side roads and everything, but the float, and the costume and everything, that is the epitome of Carnival, innit? Because that is literally the vibe, the nature, the culture, like everything that you're supposed to get from Carnival. These people doing it are embodying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The effort, bruv, the time, the money. Do you get me? Like, so much goes into doing these things. It's
so
like,
much does go into these things.
You can't get these fucking costumes on ASOS, bro. It's not that. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, some of the higgy hagger that some of these mass bands were doing, they might as well have got them from Poundland.
Yeah. So that was a big talking point amongst those that did choose to go with certain bands. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the costumes went, there was a lot of people that it robbed the entire experience from them because of things not being in order, lack of organization. Like, I bumped into one of my long-term friends, like, who has been in costume or been doing mass, from early, more than 10 years deep in this, and she was literally disappointed, and I think there was also a thing of, like, some people were saying that Carnival wasn't officially confirmed up until, like, the beginning of this year. Yeah. And usually the day after
is when people are
the Carnival is where prep starts. Yeah. So they didn't know what was going on up until Jan. So it left, like, a short window to kind of, like, really execute everything within that time period.
No, definitely. I did think about that when you were saying it, because I'm thinking to myself, nothing was confirmed. Do you know what I mean? And even the confirmations that were happening, I feel like there was some retracting statements of, do you know what I mean? So I can only imagine if you're doing the setup or doing prep.
I don't know the ins and outs. I just want to, I'm going to put it to that just to cut them some slack. It takes a lot of organization. And, like, as an overall review, I think they've done a good job to bring it back into the community and within wider society for everyone to enjoy. Do you know how many people that I bumped into were, like, not even from the UK? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, which is a given, like, because I had family members coming from abroad in the past coming to Carnival. Yeah. So it's not foreign to me, but it's just beautiful to see it back in the way that it's always been. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there wasn't that many arrests and stuff like that. There was an unfortunate fatality. Yeah. So,
young man, 21 years old.
Yeah, 21 years old. So, rest in peace to him. Yeah, God rest his soul. Love goes out to his friends and family. It's unfortunate, bro. These things that happen, especially with something so positive, it takes away, that light. But
really quickly, before we tie up this whole Carnival chat, what were your opinions on the influencer float?
I didn't see it. I didn't
see the influencer float.
Break down the influencer float to me, just so I can.
So there was a float and just bare influencers.
What were they doing? Taking selfies? No.
I sighed because
that is a genuine response of someone that's not really online. What were they doing, taking selfies?
No, I sighed because I was actually in my mind trying to be like, what were they actually doing there? So the float was by TikTok, and on there they had
a TikTok float.
Yeah, I'm being deadly serious. And on the float you had loads of influencers in costumes and.
Is it black influencers?
Wait, so was it a TikTok float or were they like?
So it's TikTok.
Yeah.
All the branding, TikTok, and TikTok had invited some influencers to be part of their band, so to speak.
So TikTok has created its own band.
Yeah, but it was just influencers. You see, that response is everything I need to say.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Because I thought maybe I'm bad vibes, maybe I'm a hater, but I didn't understand. So I thought maybe if I asked Mr. Carnival himself.
No, I didn't know there was an influencer float.
It's all very new, of course, because just like you were saying before about social media not being a big part of Carnival before now, when you've got brands like TikTok. TikTok's one of the biggest brands in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
So
they're going to try to capitalize on it whatever they can. Do you know what? I
think that's the real discussion that needs to be had. That's where the real gripe should be, because obviously, like, when things like this that is very grassroots, community based, like that, it kind of like sort of like, if they're not doing it properly, it dilutes what Carnival is actually about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, having these brands attach itself just for this weekend and putting all their flags next to their logo. It's like, are you really for it? Or are you just like trying to capitalize? You know, which obviously, like, with a lot of the discussions that I've been hearing from people from the Caribbean is that, you know, they're afraid of, you know, their culture being diluted and, you know, the erasure and things like that. Yeah. But I think, like, it's, again, it's not necessarily my place to say, but it's misdirected in a sense, because they've historically, corporate brands have been more of a threat. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as black people always want to come together and do something.
It's a strange one, because it's like, it almost all ties together, even though it's something that probably isn't necessarily welcomed. The idea that these brands are trying to be involved ultimately creates more money for the Carnival, meaning that the Carnival can continue. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully you would hope that they eat from it.
Like, yeah, that's when it starts becoming a bit. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But go on.
Sorry, what I'm being told is that so I just asked my friend who was there. The gripe from a lot of the people that were playing mass was that TikTok had partnered with a band, invited influencers, provided them with the costumes, but then slacked when it came to the actual masqueraders who would join the band and have their, like, who came to play mass, and they actually have TikTok. Just whoever was with the TikTok, I'm not quite sure.
No, I'm saying who was they? Because he said they
partnered.
They partnered with a band.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So would you say that the issue would then be more with the band rather than TikTok?
I say a bit of both. I say it lands on both, because the band has obviously accepted whatever TikTok has offered for them to collaborate, and the band is, well, I don't know what the terms were, but you're still going to have some sort of leverage over the masqueraders. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know how that worked out. I don't know how it worked out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and like, sometimes it's bigger than the bag, man. Like, when they're offering you a bag like that, it should also be open to negotiate what you want on your terms.
However, I will say at the same time, like, in the world we're living in, we can't be ignorant to the fact that these lot have been taking L's for the past 3 years. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? They have not, like, they've taken a massive hit. Yeah. Like, they haven't been able to. So I can't just be like high and mighty and be like, no, stick to at the same time, you need to be able to capitalize to be able to continue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Yeah, it is a conversation that I'm going to look into that, because I'm curious. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah. Because obviously, without concrete, intricate details of what the actual deal is, you know, I mean, it's easy to point the finger in it.
Yeah, very easy, but
I think with the people that have their gripes, some may be informed, some may be misinformed. You know, I'm always going to try and believe the people first, but you just never know, innit? Because people react off emotion.
Oh, Emily.
I know that's right.
So yeah, but yeah, nah, like, highlights, like you said, was the crux, the soul of Carnival.
Say that too.
Okay, see where your mind's at. But beautiful scenes, man. Like, the sun was shining, you know, and everyone looked beautiful. The music was popping. The food was stupendous.
Yeah, priced out was priced, but it was good.
Yeah.
They charged a man a crazy price for rice.
You said they've been taking an L for 2 years in a row.
Nah, I think Carnival, not every. You don't still have like shops or that.
You know, cost of living crisis. It's really flogging everyone.
They'll kill us in the process.
Yeah, it was nice, man. I had to say, you know, a couple women out there were driving the boat as usual. So yeah, man, We vibed until next year, I guess.
Till next year.
Yeah, see you there, guys.
I would say just so I can wrap up, my highlight was I took my daughter to Carnival.
Hey,
And that was, for me, that's like one of the best things I've ever done now.
Yeah,
because I've been when she was born in a time where like you can't do anything. Do you know what I mean? Where everything's kind of like locked off.
Yeah.
So I told you the story about me going Carnival as a youth. In my head, I'm thinking I'm going to continue the tradition, innit?
Yeah.
And not being able to, something that bothered, man. So I've been waiting for the opportunity for her to kind of see it and
It's
experience it. Do you know what I mean?
It's dope, man. I saw the pics as well, man.
So
It was
cute.
beautiful
Her
to
dress.
see.
Yeah, I loved it. Do you get me? And she loved it as well.
Yeah.
Or if she hated it, I would have had to, like, I don't know, we'd have to talk about it when she's 15 or 16 or something and be like, look. No, because, like, do you know, it's hard. I want her to enjoy it, but it's also my day. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'll be both give and take.
Yeah, I agree.
You get me?
Yeah.
But beautiful. That was my highlight. After that, nothing was wrong to me. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I can just go through this day happy because I've created or I've continued some sort of small tradition. Do you know what I mean? And trying to create those things for like the new generation are important in every aspect of like life and family. Do you know what I mean? But that was a very important one for man. So that was my highlight of Carnival. And other than that, seeing everybody and so on and so forth. So.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, hopefully next year Chrissy can make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
She can sparkle with her new tooth. Sparkle.
sparkle. You know.
Don't do this, guys, please.
Nah, it looks nice though. Come on, look at it if you want.
Thank you.
She's trying to
Why are you
cover her mouth,
blushing
but
now?
smile
What's
at the same
going on,
time.
man?
Look at her.
Like, what's going on? This is Chrissy Haich.
Come on.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
me.
so much. Yeah, I needed this. I look in the mirror because I've been popped down as well. Like, I'll look at it and I'm like, oh, there's still a light inside. I've got this. I can make it through.
Come on.
Yeah.
Being ill is such a cock block. It's such a
Why
downer.
did you go with that verse?
Don't make me go with that verse.
Yeah.
It is though, like it's just the vibe, like it ruins the vibe.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's your body telling you, yo,
Ease up.
brother,
Pull over.
pull over.
Yeah.
It's too much, especially. But to be fair, it makes you appreciate your health. It makes you very aware of like your own mortality. Like just because I want to get up and do stuff, if my body says no, I'm not going anywhere. And it also really makes you appreciate all the times when you could just breathe in through your nose and like you're good. That you'd be laying there like I cannot breathe and you think, oh, I remember those times when I was like smelling roses and when I could smell coffee and perfume and stuff.
Do you know what? Like, as we've gotten older, yeah, it becomes more of a discussion when we're sick. Like, I don't remember us being like, I don't know, 19 or 21. Like, when someone was ill, they were just ill and that was it. Like, yeah, we'll see you and you're better, innit? Like now, like we probably go deep into like what symptoms like
It's
we're
true.
experiencing, and like there's always one day where someone's telling you that something hurts.
It's true.
And I'm like, right, we're actually still young. What are we gonna say when we're in our 40s?
Shit, man. But it's alright. You lot been going gym, keeping like fit and healthy. Yeah, you and H.
That's true. Me and H have been going to the gym.
Well, I haven't been recently since my injury.
I hate you.
Actually, I said it loud. I did go in and did like kind of small.
Like physio type
Yeah.
stuff.
Does that count?
It does count,
Yeah.
It does, because you're
Yeah.
doing what you can with what you have, and that's all we can ask.
and it's a
you
form of exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Man's going to gym.
I mean,
It looks like we're all going
No,
to gym,
don't
even
like
Fols included. He said he's doing
hello, please.
different type of
We've
gym.
heard. We have heard.
Got to keep the name alive. Innit?
We've heard. Yeah.
Shout out
Fols
to my brother
Forever.
Fols.
Yeah. Woo.
Having that sex.
In the
You
hotel now on the balcony.
Guys.
Shout out to my
Someone
guy.
I
guys.
say locks out in the sun.
Yeah.
Guys, let's talk bad B budgets.
Go on.
Bad B budget.
Let's talk bad B budgets. Hopefully, Foles is in the abroad, sticking to his. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but when it, like, the goal, like you have to move the goalposts a bit when it's your misses.
Yeah, 100%.
If it's like, you know, when you're just still out here single, like your budget needs to be looked at a little bit more carefully because it's sporadic.
All right, give us.
Okay, context, because you're not online.
Yeah, guys,
Okay,
give us this bad budget
someone
definition.
it all started on Twitter, of course, and
I
the
hate
guys
this place.
were I love it. Chaotic chaos.
Go on.
They're talking about having a budget for the bad bees, whether that's like cabs, drinks, if you're sending a babes like look money for her nails, dinners. So then it sparked that debate of, do you guys actually have a certain amount of money set aside every month for for the bad bees.
That depends on your lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
That depends on your lifestyle.
I'm asking you two
immediately.
specifically.
No? Fucking crazy.
Shit, then. Shit, then. Wow. Okay. Wow.
You're right.
I guess that's that then.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
That's
Vans?
wild to me.
I'm with H.
That is crazy.
So is it that you lot are
If
just...
I got money aside, I got money aside. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, bro, you get me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm not budgeting for bad bees. Are you nuts?
No, but one could say that that's you being fiscally responsible, because
It's
if you're
not.
if you're budgeting like other aspects of your life, not to say that the budget has to be crazy, but just
Don't
factoring
need a
like
bad bee
All right.
budget.
All right, okay, cool. If you're like
Don't.
actively out here dating, taking women out and stuff, then it would be the most sensible thing to do is to, put aside a budget. Otherwise, you're just going to put yourself into the
put
next
aside a
level of
budget
disarray.
for like whatever you do with your life, innit? I'm not gonna have a bad bee budget.
So is that what you take umbrage with, the fact that it's called a bad bee budget? If
No,
it was just
the
like
fact that that's what it
budgeting.
is. That's what it is. Do you get me?
Okay,
You got
so
a wizardry word around
no,
this,
but
like,
if it was called like a city boy budget, for example,
I'm not gonna do that. Nah, man.
Okay.
Respect my name. Come on. What?
Would
My
that make you feel
city boy
better?
City
budget?
boy budget.
city boy budget, yeah.
It wouldn't make me. I'm not a city boy.
The fuck? Hey, Chris, you got frame Christian one more time. Let's see if we can get there. 'cause-
That's all I have for you.
Nah, yeah, I'm not. Nah, I'm
No?
not gonna have a bad bee budget. That's insane to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like,
Fuck.
like I said, it depends on your lifestyle. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, bro, like these things are adding up.
No, I do hear it, but for me, I'm like, if your life is pretty much centered around that,
Yeah.
then you need to budget for it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
obviously, it's something that you're actively doing on a regular basis, and like Chrissy said, you should be fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
You know
Bro.
what I mean?
Because I know what I need to budget for, and
Yeah.
it ain't that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about that,
Bro.
You get me?
Nigga, I don't worry about
You
nothing.
get
Do you
me?
know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like, I mean, it is nice to have the means to do so,
Yeah,
but
I'm still not budgeting.
how this,
disgusting.
bro, like, how this
disgusting.
whole thing is framed, yeah, it's just based on like
Who started
a
this?
Donny that just probably, is out actively dating, taking women out on dates. Like, have that budget to go and do that.
Nah,
Because
in that regard, like I said, in that regard, he's like, his lifestyle is set around that.
and it depends on how like creative you are, bro. Like, if you're just having mad budgets to take babes to mad fancy restaurants where it's unnecessary to do so,
And you can't even hold chopsticks. Ew.
oh man,
I was raised in Asia, man. Allow me having that.
Oh, is that
I lie?
you?
Like,
I lie.
Oh, okay.
Speak on it,
do
king.
you know what I'm saying? She's like, you can't use such things. I'm like, bro, can you speak Mandarin?
Do you know what I mean? Like, would you,
Get out of here, bro.
Oh my god, you lot are gonna
bro?
kill me.
She'll be on her group chat saying it's given uncultured.
Yeah.
Bro, no way, bro.
It's giving
Trust me.
uncultured. Wow.
It's the hood nigga
Wow.
for me.
Nah, between that, and ordering a well done steak, I could vomit.
Oh, for fuck's
Very
sake,
gross.
man.
Oh, where did I go the other day where like they were asking me, it was a burger and they were like, "Oh, do you want it medium or well done?" Someone said well done, and I was like, "Really?"
I thought that was you.
No. Don't. Vans could never.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I was like, "What? Really?
Not at this stage in life,
Well done, nah, man. Give me that medium."
bro.
Oh. H?
I'm not a steak man still.
Okay, but I know you've eaten the steak before, so when you did, what was it?
I can't remember. I didn't write it down. Next to my bad B budget.
Nah, but you wouldn't know what kind of steak you had though.
It's given well done.
Nah, because
That's why
like
it's dancing around it.
well done was killing my
Yeah.
people. I can't
It's
lie.
giving well done, H. I'm not
Bro,
gonna lie to you.
all the man them went and said, "What? Well done, bro."
Oh.
I knew niggas that were stubborn till this day with well done, and I'm watching them like trying to like cut the meat,
I
And
need
it's-
the real Rambo for the.
bro. And I was like, "All right, cool, man. You're not in the ends no more, bro."
Nah, if I was on a date and they ordered well done, I'd be like, no.
You know, a man's using the steak knife, but with maximum force on the floor.
Yeah, and like
Vibrating
all the
like
other,
a fake
all the other
210.
bits on the plate
Yeah.
are just falling off. The peas are just
my
flying
God,
off.
No. No,
Man, I go for steak and chips, and the chips are all flying off the plate when he's trying to cut the steak. Nah, I'm finished. Nah, do you know what it is though? I think it's just
That's hilarious.
yeah, like I said, man, like you can ball out on a budget, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just go into different little spots that you may find instead of going big all the time.
It's true. One of the a really nice date night that I had once was we did, you know, when you get a mold and you can make your hands as a cast.
Okay.
So
you're moving like Patrick Swayze in them, man.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb. But then you don't have to, things don't have to be expensive and extravagant to have a good time, because
was that a first date?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that would be weird. I'm Nigerian. What kind of bondage is this? No, free me. Absolutely
it's
not.
Creative, little sweet date. No,
but if you're saying the very first date and then we're holding hands together and plaster casting.
Okay.
Nah. That's weird.
Plaster casting.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean,
that's weird to me.
I'd do it.
Yeah,
as a first date.
Yeah.
Not even making a little pot or something. Our hands together.
What's wrong with my hand?
Nothing's wrong with your hand.
There you go. That's it. She's on it.
No, because then I get pissed off and I just smash it.
Bad vibes.
So wait, who gets to keep the sculpture?
Oh, I'm taking that shit.
Oh no, I take it.
What do you mean?
Because you took me on a date.
You just said you'll smash it. You don't deserve it.
Yeah, if they were being bad vibes.
No, you were the bad vibes are smashing stuff.
I'm sensational vibes.
In fact, to be honest, if you're smashing stuff on the first date, you're a red flag.
No, but I said, in the future when everything's mash up and pot down, I don't want to hold your hand anymore. Get out of here.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, anyway, you can do things that are creative and fun that don't necessarily have to be expensive. You can go to galleries. There are always exhibitions in London. Time Out London has always got a good list of things that you can do in London that are free sometimes, cultural things.
Hey, why are you buzzing up, bro?
I hear everything that Chrissy is saying, yeah, but it just reminds me of a phase where all the babes were just oh yeah, I want to be able to go to a museum, and I'm like, go then.
Wow.
I want to be taken to a museum, and I'm like, do you really want to go, or do you just want to be taken to a museum?
Want to be taken?
But I go to museums anyway.
No, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Okay.
But the babes that are I want to be taken to a museum, I'm like, do you really want to go, or do you just want to be?
It's not even far, and it's free.
Yeah,
they're all actually near each other.
Yeah, have you even been to? Do you know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Have you been to the British Museum?
It's true, but not every day Top Golf. We can.
Wow. So are we appropriating the type? Are we just policing what type of dates?
No, you can go on whatever date you want.
Thank you, Haich.
I think, like I said, the bad budget thing for me, that's not going to exist. But at the same time, I understand budgeting for whatever you're doing. Do you see what I'm saying? And if that's something you're actively doing, then it makes sense to budget for it, innit?
Yeah.
Because it's just be
yeah.
responsible.
I mean, it would be
Last
a bit mad.
Do is,
if your money's long, then you won't.
No, but you still budget. You still budget 100%. The fuck you want money to stay long, bro.
But it's not a thing where every month you're carefully
I've got £37 for the baby budget this month, and that's it.
They were like that babes that was online saying that all you needed was £30 to whack bum. Remember
what?
Whack bum.
I don't understand.
Oh, internet thing.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Show me later. Show me later. I don't know, man.
But there's been new music out in the real world.
Yeah.
I miss Fols. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Miss your friend.
DJ Khaled dropped his album.
Yes.
Which made a lot of noise. GodDid. H did.
Chrissy did as well.
I love Chrissy's reading.
Yeah, Chrissy did. Okay. The thing is that the lead up to this album, I think people were tired of Khaled albums at this point. They just weren't good anymore.
I'll be perfectly honest, I never actually actively listened to a Khaled album.
I did from when he was doing We Taking Over, Brown Paper Bag, them days. This is when like I was fucking with Khaled.
Yeah, he was going hard.
Do you know what I mean? Like so, and obviously naturally,
but
as you get bigger, you're obviously just gonna go for like the features are changed now. Like, you know, you're trying to get the biggest one.
Has his features really changed actually?
It hasn't in a long time. It's like more or less the same dons.
Formula kind of just
you're guaranteed to like. He's got about 5 verses out of Hove.
That's a lot of verses out of Hove in
Do you know what I'm saying?
The time span.
So obviously, like, what we're here at this point, many number ones and whatever. So the main talking point, GodDid, track 2 on the album. After a very like not strange, but like a very short intro from Drake. It sounded like he was getting started to record the song and he was like, all right, yeah, cool,
like,
that's
I'm done. Yeah. We gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. GodDid featuring Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, JayZ, John Legend, and Friday. So heavy hitters on the song. Obviously, I woke up and I forgot that the album was coming out, and everyone was talking about like this JayZ verse.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit. I didn't even hear like all the discussion prior to it. Like, so seeing him on Drink Champs and Guru coming out and saying like, oh yeah, this is one of like Ho's best verses.
I missed that as well.
Yeah, I missed all of that. So obviously I heard the song like everyone else early in the morning. You hear the beat and you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you're doing something.
I'm awake.
Yeah.
Run a little. Do you get me?
Oh yeah, I want to let it run, but obviously YouTube and that, innit? Like, but yeah, like that beat for me, it was like in Ross's territory, innit?
Yeah,
like, this is something that he's comfortable in doing.
Yeah, this is his tempo. It's his
tempo, his style of beat, quite like emphatic, luxury.
Regal, yeah,
do you know? Like godly.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So then he did well, man. And then Lil Wayne comes in, right? Wheezy. At first, I was like, I didn't want to hear auto-tune Wayne on this.
No, not at all. I didn't want to at all.
Like, I didn't want, like, I was like, why is the auto-tune on this Don's vocals? This is like, because he's got some shit to say, and it's not to say that he hasn't barred before using auto-tune. He has.
I don't think it was sonically correct. I don't think it was sonically correct for this song.
But the second half of the verse, yeah, when he was basically saying that he's the apex, he's like everyone's father in this, innit? Like, you know, the dreadlocks, the face tats, this is all me, innit? So maybe like auto-tune
to improving a point.
Yeah, it's him proving because even the auto-tune thing is like,
I didn't think about that,
where a lot of these man are taking their inspiration from, which
Definitely.
I created. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the only take that I had from that made me think, all right, cool, there's a purpose behind him using an auto-tune for this. Because
I really didn't think about that.
when you're in the middle of like two elite rappers, right? You wanna kind of like, it's your point to make, because your status is already legendary, like already, like everyone knows who you are in this. But sometimes it's like, all right, cool, like for this generation, they may need a reminder.
I think the biggest pressure was on Russ
because he came first.
And just in terms of like status and positioning,
it's true. He is third
Hov,
in a pecking order.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
He is third.
So I felt like he would have had. He's like, well, I know who these two are. Like, I come up after these lot,
which may be the
mean?
reason why they decided to put him first. But listening to the song in its entirety, like, I don't think that it would have worked any other way.
It couldn't have. JayZ made that very difficult. I know we're not there yet, but I just had to see.
Yeah. But I think obviously we're getting to Jay's verse now, but Wayne and Ross like really did the beat justice and the song in general. Like, they delivered in a way that they needed to.
I felt like when I said this to you, I think before, when I first heard Wayne, I skimmed over him. Because I think, first of all, the auto-tune thing, my ear didn't like hearing him do that on this. Because I don't think that's when he's at his best. For this type, you know what I'm saying? I feel like for this kind of sound, I'm like, I needed to hear Wayne's actual voice, innit? The voice that everyone fell in love with. Do you see what I'm saying? And as much as he made so much impact with auto-tune, Wayne, is that Wayne's actual tone that we're familiar with is when he's rapped at his best. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I thought he was going to come and do. And I was hoping for that. So maybe it's more my expectation kind of not being met. So I didn't take him in, but then the next time I listened, I was like, he warms up, but the second half of his verse, I feel like he starts going crazy. Because he's like...
Yeah, because that was like when he was basically detailing what Wayne did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why I feel like... Ross will always come third in this particular song, because he hasn't
done what these men have done.
He didn't really tell me what Ross did in that verse, in a way that Wayne did. And obviously now moving on to Jay, Hov did like
that was made for Jay.
Do you know what? I heard the verse and I was like, yo, he's snapping. He's going off. However, I think it's been overhyped.
Chrissy?
There's a hole in the cape. Shit.
Check his temperature.
Nah, like, can we not have an honest discussion about bars? Because obviously,
I hear that.
Like, if you're
screaming,
I
need to be here today.
Nah. Do you know what it is? When you're a fan of someone, like, you can identify what your personal faves are and what their best is. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, let's not take it away that this done laced an amazing verse where it got two very sick verses out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? In the same breath, like, I think we were saying it to each other, like, there's only a few rappers that are afforded to really go off on a beat for that long.
Yeah. Andre 3000.
Andre 3 Stacks. What he did to Ross in 16 was disrespectful.
I'm going to make a whole new song on your song.
Like, but the thing is that when someone's going off in that way, like, it's very hard to just be like, let's shorten this. Because it's probably Hov's way of saying, like, yeah, this is the last verse you're going to get from me.
Yeah,
you got me spitting for 4 minutes.
Yeah. But, you know, also, I feel like from an artist perspective, and especially trying to put myself in the shoes of someone like him, he probably has a lot to say when he has something to say, because he said so many things before. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, how do I make this verse mean something? And if you think about it, his tune's called GodDid. He refers to himself as Hov. Yeah. It's designed for me to really talk. Do you get me? It's like, what have I done? And him being the blueprint for Wayne, excuse the pun, do you know what I mean? Because Wayne looked at my man's career and kind of came up under him, and he's spoken that before, do you know what I mean? As many other rappers have. It's like, this is me. Like a 16 probably would have been enough, but for him to kind of speak on what he's done, it makes sense that he has the longest verse because he's done more than everyone.
It's true.
He's done in this genre and realm of music.
Yeah,
he's done more than everyone.
This is like an almost 30-year career.
Do you get me?
So, I mean, if you're going to talk about like what you've done from the street and commercial aspect in a way that, and you're naming like, you know, the people that you were doing things with in that, it's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, why the verse wasn't as great as like, or as overhyped as people were making it out is because like there were phases in the verse where I felt like, you know, he took a back seat, but then he brought it back again. And then it took a back seat and it brought it back again. The verse was so long, it had that in it. So like, I think a lot of people were comparing it to the What's Free. The reason why What's Free was a bit more impactful to me because it was shorter and the momentum was just crazy throughout.
I can understand. Like I don't know what like the general consensus or like the online conversation or what.
Everyone's going crazy still.
Okay, I do know it was like a lot of hype behind it.
People were like, yeah, it's top 5 verses.
But I feel like the verse was incredible, and I think mainly because like we know you can rap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it's not about being wowed by his quote unquote technical ability of rapping, but it's like for him to tie in so much of what's happened and what's done, because you're invested in these artists more than just their music now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him to be able to detail so much and give so much contextually with what the song's about, I'm like, I think you've done a beautiful job. Do you know what I mean? To speak on your career, your highs and the heights you've taken it to, and to the perspective of we're surprised at how mad this is to us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I thought this verse was extremely strong, especially given where he is right now. It's like I said, what more can you say?
A 52-year-old billionaire.
Do you know what I mean? But he's a 52-year-old billionaire.
Married to Beyonce. Jesus Christ.
Like, speak about that. Do you get me? Because what I don't want to hear him talk about anything else. This is stuff that we like. Other people can't say the things JayZ says.
Yeah, I mean,
they actually can't because they haven't done it.
People do still want to like, and the thing is that like, I know that some people would say that the coke talk is redundant now, but
bro, if you've done it, you've done it, bro.
Like it's part of your thing, innit? Like Pusha's gonna talk about coke for the rest of his life.
I had a conversation
even when he's 80.
I had a conversation with one of my brethren one time, and was talking about music, and it's talking about things that you may not want to highlight, that you maybe don't do no more. You see what I'm saying? And then in the conversation, we kind of came to the conclusion. It's like, it's mad because you may be trying to push like maybe let's say a positive message, but you can't ignore a particular aspect of your life to try and be that positive image. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like you're ignoring part of your journey, which is integral to who you are now.
Yeah. So
it's like if you try to just like, I'm not going to bring it up, I'm not going to talk about that shit, but that is part of you, bro. That's literally part of your journey. I can't be like, yeah, I've always been this XYZ, or I'm not going to speak about. Bro, if that's what funded your career, you're talking about that shit, bro.
It's true.
You man's going to say, nah. It's all right, that was then. It was then, but bro, that caused this. And you don't love this, so get this. Like,
yeah, they had him ad-libbing, man, throughout the verse.
That was mad.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
he's not ad-libber like that.
There was another part of the verse that had everyone hype, especially in London, when he said, I see a lot of hoving gigs.
I see a lot of hoving gigs. You see, I'll tell you something. You see, as a rapper, yeah, that's probably the biggest alley-oop you could get. JayZ saying he sees himself in you. Given the status of JayZ's career.
But is it unwanted pressure?
My bro, take it, bro. That's what comes.
Is it now like raw? Gigs is like raw. Like I didn't ask for this. Now it's gonna put more American eyes on him, which is great.
Bro, Gigs is 30, man. He's good.
And I saw him on Who Kids radio show the other day, Cold Freestyle, and I was like, raw. This is like the gigs that I wanted him to advertise, especially off the back of this JayZ verse. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like he was giving me the gigs that I like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, we'll see. He's probably cooking up a new album at this point.
It'll be banging if he is, but I think that's an amazing look for my man. Just because, regardless of what you think of JayZ, you can't deny who he is. Do you know what I mean? You can't deny who he is and what he's done. And for him to kind of comment on someone like Giggs, it highlights who Giggs is and what Giggs has done, because he's done a lot. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's overlooked. I think it's respected, but if you actually look at his journey, and how he's got from A to B, has not been the easiest transition. Do you know what I mean? I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it was a beautiful moment in rap, in music, for UK music and UK rap in that regard, for rap in general, for JayZ to give such a like invested verse, like it was dope.
Yeah, lengthy verse. He mentions, Harrow Road, West London, and that, which obviously it's another talking point as far as like West Londoners are concerned, or just Londoners in general. It's like, right,
what's Hope doing?
Someone's
gonna be like, JayZ's my cousin.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that it was
sliding through the ends. Yeah, JayZ.
Oh my God,
they'll pull out that one picture from the '88.
Just Photoshop the baby bump.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, I would love to hear from our listeners though. Please leave a comment. There's a take that JayZ didn't necessarily have a better verse than Wayne. He just had a longer verse. So I'd be really interested to know what people's opinions are.
His verse was better, man.
He being who?
JayZ's verse was better still.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't think Wayne said some bits. Yeah,
Wayne went brazy second half.
He went brazy second half. Yeah, but I don't think it's enough to say that it was better.
Yeah, I think. Because that's not in the conversation of Wayne's best verses. It's not in the conversation of Wayne's best verses at all. Whereas that verse is, obviously, I know Vans is looking at the holes in that verse, but I think that verse is a pivotal verse for Jay.
But yeah, and I don't think it was expected for him to do something as lengthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
but all those things add to it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's decision making. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're writing a verse on a song. Whatever you attribute to the song, whether it be the length of your verse, which part of the beat you get with the breakdown, all of these conversations are happening, and I feel like all of these guys have a hand in because they're not new artists. They're established people that know their craft and they're working with someone that worked with them before. It's not strictly they're gonna have to do X, Y, Z. I don't know how it works with them lot, but I'm sure that they have a take on, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to work like this, because in their own rights, we're all established guys, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'll give Jay's credit because he felt like that's what he needed to do on this song, and that was part of his decision, so part of his verse. And
like his presence was definitely felt on the song. As soon as he came in with the GodDid line, it was like, all beautiful. Right, cool. You've started him off essentially.
Yeah, the little reverse reverb into GodDid. I think they patented him still. They got him. they had him. They was like, we got him.
Guru mixed his verse and his verse only.
Yeah. They patented him still.
He left. They were like, oh, you man, you're going to have to deal with another engineer.
I swear that his cadence was cutting through a little bit cleaner. I was like, nah.
It did sound a little bit more cleaner than everyone else's.
Because I was like, all right, because it is
as a rapper though, like would you say to people that are like, oh, it's unfair because they gave him 4 minutes?
I don't see how it was unfair.
No, but I'm saying like in terms of like you as a spitter, did they give you 4 minutes or did you just not write 4 minutes worth?
But you get what you negotiate, bro. It's as simple as that. Do you see what I'm saying? You can actively remove yourself from the song. Yeah, that's always a choice. Do you get me? And it's what you want to do with your moment, what you get given or what you can do in it. It's like we don't know if Jay wanted that long, or I doubt he was told he has to go this long, but you never know. Yeah. Or there's nothing saying that these men were stopped from having longer verses. Yeah. Do you get me? If someone goes, all right, you lot do your thing and you speak for 8 bars, I speak for 16. I'm like, it's not fair. H to 16. I'm like, did anyone say we can't? Yeah. No. Yeah. I made the decision. It's just that my decision was more impactful. Hence why I'm the goal.
And it'll be interesting to see who laced their vocals first.
Just like. You know what I'm saying? All of these things will play a part. So I don't think it's unfair. I think things are unfair when it's like you're working with a camp maybe and the decisions are made when you're not there. Do you get me? So like, let's say I have a session with some guys over there. I've recorded my stuff. I leave, and then when I hear my verse, it may be cut short or rearranged in a way that I'm not aware of or approved. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where the unfair, I feel like, begins. But I don't think that was a situation that they were in, because they all have a working history.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you're not cutting JayZ's verse.
I'm not cutting JayZ's verse.
If he sends you a 6-minute verse, I guess the
Bruv,
track
you
just
take
8
it, bruv,
minutes
that's
now.
it.
Especially like when you came from a place where you used to like pester this man for a verse.
It's JayZ, bro.
Yeah.
No one turns down a JayZ verse other than Stormzy.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Like,
So all rappers featured on this song, which made the most noise on this album, which we'll get to in a second, like they're all over 40, yeah. One being 52. Does this defy the notion that rap is only a young man's game?
did we speak on this before, like other day?
What, like privately?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Oh,
the type of
maybe,
conversations that we made.
Yeah, that. Maybe we need a new young man's game. No, but like I feel like, yeah. So what I was saying, or what I remember the conversation I thought I had with you, but what it was I was saying is that notion was something that JayZ pushed a lot.
Yeah,
and the irony is, he's the guy that keeps setting the bar. So it's like, you're saying it's a young man's game, but you're clearly not a young man.
Well, actually, Lil Wayne turns 40 this month.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you guys are still kind of setting the bar, setting the level. But at the same time, whereby rap is so young as a genre of music, the guys in the forefront are still here and still active. It's not like other genres that have been around for like 100 years. And do you know what I mean? Where we're like, okay, we know that in the 1940s they was listening to X, Y, Z, and that's. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think about the fact that they might have thought it was a young man's sport at the time when they were still young.
Yeah.
Not thinking that they'd still be doing it now.
And you forget that, like, when you're young, you forget that you age.
Yeah. You feel like this is the moment.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
But it's not. And then, yeah, man. So I don't think it's a young man's sport. And I think
because the game was saying,
yeah,
One Blood, what was it? You're 36 and you still rapping. And look at him now. He's like 40.
That's crazy.
And he just released an album.
Didn't he retire?
But then,
I think this is the last album.
Past 40?
Yeah, and another thing I was going to say is if you look
He
at
says
it,
a lot of things.
because who were the 40-year-old rappers at the time? There were guys
when them man were,
yeah, these were people that were flack founders.
I think that was a shot at Jay at the time.
Deep, but Jay was still the guy then.
Yeah,
He's never not been, like, since.
It's true.
Since he's been on, he's never not been the guy. Innit? Do you get me? So if you look at it from that idea, it's like it was an image. I feel like it's a very immature aspect to look at things in terms of a creative.
I think we're immature anyways. Like when we're young, like you know, like you could be 18 and then you know you meet someone that's 25 and you're like, right, you're old.
Do you remember when them man, when it was clashing, like the movement and Wiley and the man used to always rip him about him being old when he was like 28.
I'm a big man, but I'm not 30.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the perspective changes everything, innit?
It's true. It's true.
But it's because of I think the growth of it. It's like where it was then, the concept of it didn't make sense. Like if you was an MC and you're 28 years old, but the industry hasn't been established, it's like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Whereas now, guy will be 28 trying to start his career, but because the industry's bigger and it can be looked at as a viable job option, now it's like, oh, I'm going to be this. So as time grows, people's the social norms start to change as well, and it goes with that. All the people that, oh, how could you be rapping when you're this old, are now this old, and they're like, I still like rap. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because even when Jay came back, like for like Kingdom Come times, he was trying to push like this jeans and shirt button up thing.
Yeah.
And it was horrendous drip.
That changed clothes, man.
Jeans and shirt.
Yeah, this is Black Album as well, and it's like, right, this drip ain't it, bro.
The boot cut suit.
Trying to find himself.
The boot cut cufflink, you know. How can your cufflinks be boot cut?
Honestly, terrible.
You were born in 1968. But yeah, now do you know what? All in all, listening to the album, it was all right, you know. I was pleasantly surprised.
I never made it past GodDid still. I listened to the intro.
I hear
and
you,
I was like,
because the next
still.
tune is like with Kanye and Eminem, and
Is it? I don't think I even looked at the track list, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I listened to another one on there.
there's a tune
Kanye and Eminem.
Kanye and Eminem, yeah. Eminem's just rapping in circles again.
Violently.
Play it. Give me a clip, please. Eminem's cold, man.
I'll play it to you after.
I want the people to hear. I want to hear what the circles sound like.
What's the one I listened to?
There's a tune with called Party featuring Quavo and Takeoff. Obviously, they're a duo now. No Offset, but that's a banger. That's a banger. Obviously, Staying Alive. We've heard already with Drake and Lil Baby.
I think I liked Big Time.
Yeah, Big Time featuring Lil Baby. Lil Baby, same kind of features.
Yeah, like there are no shocks on there for me.
Yeah, Future and SZA. There's a song called Beautiful, which
like
is
that
good.
track.
I think he shot quite a few videos for this album. It Ain't Safe, featuring Nardo Wick and Kodak Black. That's decent.
That man is terrifying.
City Girls got a decent one with Big Lotto.
I didn't get that far.
I like Big Lotto's verse on that. 21 Savage has cold verses on this album.
He's done
Can't
it
lie.
again.
Is it?
Yeah,
What was the last
Savage.
feature that he did?
on Drake's album.
Yes, I really liked that. Was that him? Yeah.
Yeah,
really
if
liked
I was
that
Will
track.
Smith, I would have slapped him with a stick.
In the middle of the Oscars, yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, now 18 songs. To be honest, I haven't finished this album.
How many songs? Is it 18 songs?
18 songs.
All right.
Because I spun GodDid so many times that like it didn't give me a chance, and plus it's been Carnival weekend, so you know I haven't had a chance.
Oh shit, it was only Friday, innit? When it came out?
It's just been out. There's a song towards the end, Jadakiss interlude.
What? I need
which
to hear that.
I need to hear. He's got a song, These Streets Know My Name, featuring
Hey, how did you
Skilly Bang,
He's just
Budgie
chatted.
Banton, and Capleton.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, so I think Way Past Luck is the 21 Savage song that really stood out for me. That's a highlight on the album.
I'll pick some of the songs to listen to.
Yeah, man, like it's one of those albums where it's a compilation album, as Khaled will always put it. There's always going to be different types of artists on there, pretty much more the same artists on just different tracks, but it's one of those ones where you pick out the ones that you like. But for this time, I've picked out a lot more songs that I like than the previous albums.
Yeah.
So Khaled, GodDid. She's got the cover is so jokes. He's got one big tear coming down his eyes as he's
so
looking up to the
dramatic.
It's emotions, isn't it?
He's like
he's more of like a marketing guy than anything else.
You know, it'd be hilarious if he wasn't even marketing. He was just being himself, like purely. He's like, this is all.
I can't
But
be
that's
around
part of,
anyone that
like-
inspired. I'm so sorry.
But like that's part of like the whole thing, innit? You realize that this is like me being myself is a marketing strategy. You don't get better than that.
Shout out Khaled, man.
Yeah,
His come up's
Okay.
amazing.
yeah.
I haven't had a chance to listen to any other new music. Have you guys?
I was listening to Soca all weekend.
I hear you.
So,
Appropriately. Chrissy, whilst you were in the gulag, did you fling on any new discoveries?
No, just Renaissance.
I hear you.
Still slapping.
Still in
Like,
rotation.
I need a support group because it's crack at this point. Like straight into my veins. I love it. Yeah.
love
There's a
it.
Renaissance party that I'm going to. I should bring you still.
Yeah.
A Renaissance party
Mm.
where they just play Beyonce all night.
It's like my friend's doing it, hosting the night, and that's the theme. I'm gonna be that nigga in the corner in all black.
And glitter.
In all black.
Oh, I've actually got some outfits.
You man could do
Chrissy's
all your
like-
things over there.
Yeah.
I'll be in a corner, do-rag on.
Yeah. Some shimmery, silvery ensembles. And lots of body chains. Yeah.
Okay. What are we watching, guys?
Ooh, well, seeing as I've been at home and I haven't had much else to do, I can take it from here, guys. I've actually got a synopsis for this, so I don't fluff my words. I watched a fantastic documentary on Netflix. It is called... Huh? Yeah, I'm getting my eyebrows done on Friday, so I was like, reference points, you know. I can't come and mess up a semi-permanent thing as well. No, they have to do that shit, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Running with the Devil, The Wild World of John McAfee is the latest fascinating true crime offering from Netflix. The documentary tells the mind-boggling story of John McAfee, the founder of $14 billion McAfee antivirus software company, who went on the run after being accused of murdering his next-door neighbour. Do you remember McAfee Security?
Yeah, I know about McAfee.
So the founder, his next door neighbor was just ended up dead one day. Then John McAfee decided to go on the run, but he got a film crew with him to document his life on the run. I'm not even joking.
What, in a state of emergency, when I'm panicking, thinking that I may be framed for this, let me just hire a film crew to follow me around.
What year was this? Because this sounds very like TikTokish.
It's not too. It wasn't like that long ago. Hold on, let me did that. Okay, this was in 20. The guy died in 2012. Okay, so it was quite a while ago. He
was an influencer from early.
It's the story of him, his time on the run, how he had connections in the highest of places, because he was a tech guy. He said that he had hacked like certain government servers, different like governments in different countries, and had lots of information on them. So for that reason, he said that there was a target on his back. He was constantly on the run, like fake passports. He's a billionaire. His company's worth billions, so resources were never his problem. He could just pack up and go. And it's actually quite interesting because there are parts of the documentary where he gets a tip off from someone in the police or whatever kind of government, and they're filming him doing all this weird shit, and then he's just like, we gotta go, and then he's in with his like mail order wife, and they get in the car. It's like, where are the passports? Very dramatic. He handed himself in the end.
What? Where was he when
he's
he handed
dead
himself?
now.
Where was he when he handed himself in?
In America somewhere.
Oh, he never left America.
Yeah, so he had left America. He was in the Bahamas, I believe, for a while, or Belize, one of the two.
Right.
And then there was a point where he said the cartel were after him. It's a lot of stuff. But then, plot twist, if you haven't watched it, I'm so sorry to you. A couple of weeks after he had died in prison, prior to him dying, he was always quite vocal about the fact that he's not suicidal and that he would never kill himself. And then he dies while he's in prison, and they say it's suicide or whatever, and people are like, he would never kill himself, blah 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 blah. But then it ends when the old ting that he dumped when he like left said that the guy had called her 2 weeks later and said like, hey, it's John, and that's where the whole documentary locks off. So apparently like he faked his own death, maybe it's actually insane. Like he's not.
What's this on
Netflix?
Okay.
Running with the Devil, it's called.
Running with the Devils.
Mad
Sounds
name,
interesting, man. I didn't even know this was his story.
Neither did I. I thought he just pressed computer and just lived his life.
I just knew like McAfee as an antivirus software.
Very
Someone's got to make
salacious
it.
life. It's
Yeah.
true.
Just
Can you hack?
encrypts. No. It's not something I would reveal online on air either.
Oh yeah.
She said wink,
Okay,
wink,
cool.
Wink wink. Yeah.
nudge, nudge.
We went to see Nope last week, and
Big L.
Nope.
You didn't like it?
Big L.
You didn't like it?
Okay.
I thought Nope.
First half.
That nigga's scared, innit?
No, they had me in the first half.
Nothing was scary.
It just didn't make sense. It felt to me, the first half was great, but the second half was giving either that they didn't have enough budget and they tried to just do the best they could with what they had, or they had so much budget left over, they were like, let's just do a madness. It didn't seem like there was any rhyme or reason to a lot of the stuff that happened in the end.
What confused you?
It wasn't that anything confused me. I just thought it was stupid.
What was stupid? Spoiler alert for anyone that's listening. That ain't seen no.
What bit?
Been out for a bit. I mean,
I'm only saying that because I've watched it.
The alien thing, I had to Google before I understood that it wasn't actually a spaceship. Like the alien thing, it's an alien and it's alive.
Why did that not make sense? They said it.
No, yes, but it's shaped. You can understand where the confusion comes from because
so
it's very
like
much shaped
like basically a sky monster.
But it chooses to take the form of a saucer. You can understand where the confusion is because the typical idea that we have when we think of UFOs are flying saucers. You know what I mean?
It did look like a flying saucer.
Yeah.
That was.
Hey, just looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, so wait, hold on. So why was it a stupid? I don't understand. So because it didn't match your conventional idea, then it's stupid.
No, it's stupid because it was stupid.
But how? Where was it
I'm
stupid?
not going to say that
confused.
it's stupid. I just didn't think that it was. First of all, it was too long for what it was.
What, right? the alien thing?
The film in general.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And obviously, this is like Jordan Peele's third offering in the big screen. I definitely think it's the worst out of the three.
Yeah.
For me, it's a toss-up between Us and Get Out.
So you think you went over a comparative mindset as opposed to just watching the film?
No, I mean, like...
You have expectations.
I made that
maybe
distinction after the fact. Like, I didn't think it up prior to... I didn't go into the movie saying, like, I wonder if it's going to be better than the two. I just watched it for what it was, with very little understanding of what was going on. I approached this movie as a horror. I don't know why.
Yeah, same.
But from the trailers that I saw, it just seemed a bit... Something didn't seem, like it would be otherwise, right? And from a visual aspect, I think that's where a lot of the budget went.
Yeah.
Visually, it was beautiful, especially a lot of the night scenes.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much.
Where, especially that scene where like it's behind, the camera's behind Kaluuya and a horse, and they're just looking into the distance thinking, where's this come from? Because at the start, with how their dad passes, you're like, wait what? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then as things go on, a lot more weird things start to happen, especially at night and blah blah. And then they quickly start to identify there's something in the sky. But who are you telling that to? That's gonna believe it? Some weird Donnie in Best Buy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna be like intrigued by everything that's going on. I don't know. Like, I think what Jordan Peele likes to do is to leave things up for debate or interpretation. But sometimes I just don't feel it was needed. I think a lot of it was flat.
Yeah. Do you know what? On that point, actually, the concept of this alien thing, whatever it was, if there had been a bit more explanation as to what it was or why it looks that way, or just a bit more of an introduction into this thing other than it's in the sky and we kind of figured out that we can't look at it. Like, you're telling me this is some super smart extraterrestrial creature and it's a balloon that unalives it. That's dumb.
But this is the thing, yeah. For me, looking at it, I mean, I've looked at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from the aspect of those things that aren't explained. I don't know. I'm not even looking at it from the rest of his films, but just it's a UFO. It's supposed to be the unknown.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think it's playing on the idea that there are a lot of things that we don't know. And I like the fact that it's like, well, how can it be alive? It doesn't make sense. But I feel like it's turned on the conventional idea of what we understand a UFO to be, because we're talking about something that we genuinely don't know. So it leaves room for the creativity to kind of, whatever they think it or who he thinks it should be, begin to make sense. Because it's like, okay, we're going to create this because ultimately there's no answer for this anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like, all right, this doesn't make sense. UFOs don't make sense anyway, period.
Do you know what? With the plot and the cast and the title of the movie,
Yeah.
is it just a weird way of showing how unbothered black people are? because like throughout the movie, nope. Like, because usually we're the first to die in a horror, innit?
Yeah.
But this time, we survived the whole film just by
unscathed.
Relatively being on it, but not on it at the same time. Whenever and our ability to mind our business, because all it is that we're being watched by something, but you'll be fine as long as you don't look at it. You know how black people are, like when there's a commotion over there that it's not really our business.
Hey. Let's be good.
Nope. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
I love the aspects of it. I also I like the idea of when they were speaking about it being alive, because I really thought that was a nice way to kind of tie things together, because they're speaking about these people being like they work with animals, they work with horses and XYZ, they're experts with animals. So to make the thing something that's alive, it's their territory. So I thought that was dope. It was like a new way to kind of tie it together. They're not looking at it.
You're right.
You're right. So I'm saying mirroring the idea that if you look at it in the eye, or look at it was when it kind of troubles you, if it's alive, he's looked at it the same way. Because it's being
territorial.
Do you know what I mean? The same way he's experienced this working with other animals, and in general, like eye contact with animals is a thing.
I spoke to someone who shared a similar perspective in that regard as well, and also thinking about the director Donnie that they got to shoot this whole thing, how he just self-sabotaged and he cut.
Yeah. And
he was looking directly at it, like as if knowing to like take me.
Yeah.
Because every time they were on the phone to him, if you looked at the screen that whatever he was editing, he was watching animals kind of eat each other.
Yeah.
Or kill each other. Like,
it's
so
like
it was kind of like the same type of.
Yeah, those you can kind of see, like they kind of put like Easter eggs per se of things that are forthcoming. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can't remember, I've drawn a blank because when I watched it, I haven't watched it again, I've only watched it once. I don't know, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was just, I like the creative take on it. Do you know what I mean?
What would you say the correlation was with the monkey or the chimp? And the Asian Donnie?
I was gonna...
The shoe.
His shoe?
The shoe.
The floating shoe.
It was pointing.
Was that to sort of like indicate that there was like extraterrestrial force in that room that was sending the monkey, the chimp?
Do you know what?
On rampage.
I remember at one part when the Asian guy was talking about the monkey, I did zone out at one point because he was saying bare stuff. But I like to kind of like analyze things and pick them apart and try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think with that aspect, there was kind of like foreshadowing the idea that there's something that we're not in control of over here. So I think the monkey's representative of the UFO.
Because the Donnie created a shrine.
But remember this at the same time, that Donnie's the same guy that had people watching the UFO itself.
Yeah.
So that's happened with the monkey. You're working with the monkey, you're trying to control it and make a show out of it. And ultimately, the monkey kills everyone. Then you do the same thing 30 years later, you find a fucking UFO, you try to make a show out of it, and it kills everyone. So I feel like it mirrored that.
Yeah.
And I think they did loads of little things like that. If you kind of really look at, okay, there's a lot of little metaphors and stuff they put in. So that's why I enjoyed it. I just felt like there's a lot of things to kind of pick at and just look at. It's just interesting to me, innit?
Yeah, I mean, like, and I think this opens things up a little bit more to make it interesting, especially to someone that hasn't seen it as of yet, because you know, we can come in and sit here and say, oh yeah, we didn't enjoy it, it was dead, because that's literally like what it felt like when leaving the cinema.
Yeah.
And then the ending to top it off, it was just like, okay.
I think Haich I agree with Haich in that there were lots of not like mini stories, but that's the best thing that I can think of right now, like side plots and stuff. To me, what it feels like is they tried to incorporate loads of concepts into the movie without fully like developing one or giving the audience space to be able to interpret that within the movie. Yes, there are times when you need to go away and you'll like ruminate, things will come to you later on. But I think personally, where I think they haven't necessarily succeeded with that is that for some of these, you need to be able to understand those little concepts in order to understand the next one. To understand the bigger picture. But because there's so much happening,
if it compiles too much, it then becomes noise,
it's like okay, and that's what it kind of feels like. The guy from the video store, okay, great. If the guy from the producer guy like you've gone up into the ether with the camera as well. Surely if you were that, like if you were so you're so caught up in your work, like surely you would want people to see that, you know, what you've captured. The guy on the motorbike, what the hell was he there for?
TMZ.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like I liked how they still incorporated, like, you know, modern times within, because like if you think about it, where they were living is so different to like where we live.
It's just
like,
remote.
You know, it's very remote, secluded. They live on a ranch, right? Where they were able to like clock that this cloud hasn't moved once.
Yeah.
In like however long, and random like sharp objects were raining from the sky.
Yeah. I think there were lots of really good like side plots and stories and whatnot, but I think they just tried to do too much, but they're not. And then there was a lot of emphasis, just like you said, on the visual effects.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been...
Kaluuya only had like 100 words the whole movie.
Right? He was really doing up emo.
But you know, I
thought he was moody the whole movie.
And I did like his character in a sense of, not that I thought the character was an interesting person, but it was like, I liked the fact that it was a varied character for him to play.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to see him portray different kind of individuals.
Yeah.
And which is showing his range more and more and more. And I like when actors do that. Like, DiCaprio's like notorious for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think like obviously when you say range in acting, you don't necessarily always have to have, you know, the wordiest of scripts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because sorry, go on.
He's kind of like mastered the ability to kind of evoke some form of emotion in a very calm way.
Yeah, I feel like his performance in what's that movie with JD Tanner Smith? They're on the run. Oh my god, what is it called? Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim.
I think his portrayal of like that emo kind of introvert character was better in that than in this movie. Like I didn't fully believe that character.
Man, yeah, because you know, black people are more sugar to police than they are aliens.
Yeah, that I think it was like it had potential, but for me, didn't quite hit the mark.
Yeah, and what's up with this flying saucer that turned into like one big ugly alien balloon vagina at the end?
I'm worried for you.
Why did it turn into that? Like,
and it was all flapping.
Yeah, like,
I feel like Chrissy practices that because that looked exactly what happened.
No,
yeah, why was it doing that?
Baby. Yeah,
it was like one of those like air fresheners in your yard that like, that sprays every 15 minutes. What the hell was that, bro? I was confused.
Stop it.
Do you know like a moment in that movie where I thought it was like horror-y?
What?
Is when like something's going on in the stables, and he goes in there and them three little alien utes,
it's like moving
pop,
mookie.
like pop out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh shit, what's this?
I would have banned them if I was her. I'm not gonna lie. When they popped out, I was like, what the fuck? Don't.
And that's why black people survive.
Like,
why? Yeah, and like, what are these young children doing at night in someone else's ranch?
But I know they're trying to. Obviously, they were trying to banter them and that. But I'm like,
because I've kicked you down now. I'm
because
giving you the
didn't the
300
sister steal something?
No, I think that's why they did it.
The horse,
right.
yeah.
They stole that, and so they're trying to say, because they know they did it.
Yeah.
But it's like, let me just terrorize you lot in this way. But I would have done killed them kids, man. Because
I support black men, but not his best work.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know, man. Like, I think from what I've heard from people. The general consensus is nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I liked it.
Yeah.
I found it interesting.
Would you watch it again?
I would, because I feel like there's more things to dissect. And I like figuring stuff out.
I like Keke Palmer.
Yeah. What a babe.
She can be jarring at times. Like having a sister like that would jar me.
Yeah. It's just always on. Just always go.
Always on.
Sleep it up.
But it was nice seeing the dynamic, total opposites.
Yeah, and siblings be like that sometimes, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So
always going to be sunshine and roses.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
like having like discussing it in this way could lead me to change a little bit of my perspective, but I will still stand on the point that I didn't really enjoy it that much.
I feel like
it wasn't
the plot
a great
could have been more developed. Yeah,
like I watched that film with with zero expectation. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think that's your experience, and I'm not going to take that away from you, black man. But I
also, to take it away from me.
I also feel like, yes, I can understand you going there without expectations, but surely this is having expectations of a producer, a director, an artist, whoever they are. Surely that's what makes them, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's quite important to still have expectations of.
I think yes, but I mean, I didn't go there purposely trying to not have expectations.
Yeah.
I genuinely, I didn't even know what I was watching. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this film.
I feel like that in itself speaks to how invested we are in Jordan Peele's work, because I don't think anybody really had an idea of what it was about before they went to see it. But because he's had such a great run with,
I wasn't even. Sorry, go on. Let me not interrupt.
Not Us. What's it called? What's the first
Get
one
Out.
called? Get Out. Sensational. Then Us. It was like, I think with this one, people did have an expectation because he's typically produced really good work.
Yeah.
I think maybe if it was a bit more of a horror, I think if it was a bit more defined as something, is it leaning towards a bit more of a comedy? Is it suspense? Is it horror? It just felt a bit like everything all the time for me.
I think I would consider it a horror. Not that it's necessarily scary, but I can understand like the play on suspense and the unknown. There's a lot of horror elements to it.
Yeah.
I think it's just that the subject of the horror was more confusing and almost comedic at particular points.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because people aren't generally scared of UFOs, or it's more intrigued.
Yeah, I'm scared of.
Like, I hear you, but it's like it's the intrigue. Like, what's going on? Space. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to there's a demon coming out the ground. All right, cool.
Yeah,
we're scared of that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and as you said, like this, the plot wasn't necessarily defined. Maybe he's trying to redefine expression in film, because like. It's true, because they're saying that all the big directors are going to do television. That's why there's a lot of remakes in Hollywood nowadays. Yeah. Like, because no one's really taking risks of giving us an original plot, or like trying to just being super expressive and making a film out of it.
Yeah, and for me, I think that's what I appreciate in most art. Like, you know what I'm like anyway. But I love that. I love when people are push the boat.